Well, look at this, Will.
We're back, baby.
This episode is for all the fans out there who thought, you know what, this is it for sure.
This is definitely the one.
They're gone this time.
They're gone.
They're not coming back.
There's been a week gap. There's been 2 week gaps. 3 weeks? No way.
Yeah, this one's for you. You're all dead to me for doubting us.
Yeah.
How very dare you?
Yeah. I didn't see any emails coming in. Are you alive?
Yeah, not one email.
No,
not one
worries.
inquiry as to maybe they're not okay.
Yeah. Was there some kind of podcast accident?
If anybody who even crossed their minds, oh, maybe they won't come back, and then like immediately said, no, they will, you're dead to me too.
Yeah.
Because you didn't email us.
Yeah,
you didn't find out. Mm-hmm. Well, here we are. We're here for the people who kept faith. Those idiots. Huggies. Andrew.
Yeah.
Who I think is Andrew from Love Island. What a snake. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, look at him go.
You watching that this season?
In and out. Clips.
Mad season, man.
Yeah.
Season.
Everything I've heard from it is that it's the best season.
Not one ex-footballer around so far.
Everyone in it seems to be trouble, which is good. Normally it's like two trouble. That's boring.
Hardly any jacked men at all.
Crazy.
Like the abs.
I would have thought that makes it immeasurably worse.
It does, because you think that the lads that have better personalities, they have worse personalities.
Yeah, because they don't have that going for them.
They're not happy by having abs.
Yeah. They're also sad about their body.
Yeah. They're spiteful little men.
They're all definitely like 6'3".
No, because that was the thing was, it was the first 5 guys and they had like normal bodies. One guy had tattoos, which I guess is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I didn't know they was bringing a bombshell.
Yeah.
To steal one of their girls.
Yeah.
And they brought in Davide.
Yeah, I see.
6'3" Italian man who got laser hair on his beard so it grows in a certain way.
It's like whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah. And he has abs, and he was the only one with any kind of a body at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Who's your man last year? Was what, hashtag FC?
Oh yeah.
And there's a guy before who was a footballer, a non-league footballer.
Yeah, there's normally one.
All we have now is Michael Owen's daughter, who refuses to say that she's Michael Owen's daughter. In stark contrast to Ronan Keating's son, who immediately went, yeah, Ronan Keating's meow lad.
Ronan Keating's
meow lad. Yeah, that's meow lad.
I have a bad tattoo.
And they're like, Westlife, was it? Boys Down.
Ronan, like when were Boyzone on the go?
Boyzone.
Gemma One's like 18.
In my mind, Boyzone were always second fiddle to Westlife.
Oh yeah.
Always second fiddle.
For sure.
You know, so if an English person would be very hard pressed to know what Boyzone were.
Yeah.
If they're born after they were famous.
Did they crack America?
Oh, definitely not.
I think Westlife did a bit.
I don't know if they did either.
No.
I think that they cracked I don't know if Boyzone cracked the UK.
Yeah, that's
honest to God.
More.
I know I say that as I don't actually know, so don't quote me on that.
Don't you dare quote God.
Well, you're all dead to me anyway, so I don't give a fuck what you do.
And I know you're probably listening thinking,
what are they talking about? When's football coming?
I've been waiting 3 weeks. Where's the football?
For any new listeners, welcome to the football podcast.
Yeah.
No, listen, we were on our second annual no-nonsense corporate retreat.
Yeah, legacy fans will remember the dip in quality all of a sudden last year.
We had one episode there during the Euros and we came back, we finished really strong actually.
Yeah.
But we also last year said, listen, half the listeners were here with us.
Yeah.
So, you know, it did kind of feel, well, who's missing out, you know?
Yeah.
They're listening to our hilarious bits all weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did record a little bit, which we're going to play very shortly. But we listen now. To be fair to us,
we tried.
No, we didn't. Well, yeah, I wasn't getting at that. I was getting that. Like you can be like, we did this.
Yeah, don't even dare.
No, I was trying to cover my ass. I was like, we said this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
this is gonna be loosey goosey at best, bad at worst.
Yeah, and I would guarantee if you're like listening to other football podcasts a lot, they're definitely not talking about stuff going on at the moment because there's nothing. They're like, say if you're doing like 2 episodes a week, and I'd say the last few episodes have been rough of the other football podcasts you listen to.
I mean, we did the transfers. We did a transfer episode. I mean,
we talked about Raheem Sterling to Chelsea 3 weeks ago. That only happened yesterday.
Yeah, we could see it's like the transfers now.
It's big money. It takes a long time.
Yeah, it's not going to just happen overnight.
No, De Jong still isn't at United.
You want the breaking news, the kind of here we go stuff.
Yeah.
Go to Twitter. Okay?
Yeah,
this is not where you're going to get that stuff. Look, it's the summer.
Yeah.
Okay, we are boys of summer. Always have been, always will be. This is the summer we were promised 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Sun, beer gardens, the Euros. The women's Euros, but it's still the Euros. Counts. This is it. Yeah. This is happening now. So if we don't show up every now and again, you know why. You know where to find us.
Suck it up.
Go outside. It's a heat wave out there. You shouldn't be in here listening to us do a podcast.
And that genuinely, that does. I wasn't joking when we said we tried. I think we tried to record this episode 3 times. One of them was the most cursed Zoom call I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
That was, you blocked it from your memory.
That was on the Thursday before we went.
We were being organised. We said, I'll stay up late, we'll do it, we'll get it done, it'll be done.
And we tried with the internet, we tried with my dad from my phone. It was a 6 second, we counted? 6 second delay.
Oh, it was longer, because it was got to like almost a minute delay, because you would be speaking to me and your mouth would be moving, and then you would leave the call and the sound would come into my ears.
Yeah, it was like Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah. You were shouting through the bookcase at me.
Yeah.
No.
And then, but we did. We said, you know what? Bring everything to Galway.
Yeah.
Bring it all with us.
Like, who's doing that? Who's going on a trip and like, let's bring all the mics?
I think Peter Crouch is recording his podcast from Dubai.
No way. No way.
Gary Neville, when he's visiting Phil.
Gary Neville doesn't even go to the studio. He doesn't even leave his work. They just go up to the gantry. Let's just do it now. Get the mics. We have the mics in our hands.
He's not going over to Phil in Miami, bringing this podcast up with him.
No.
Him and Martin Tyler.
No way.
Martin Tyler over Zoom on a minute delay. I'd love to see that.
You're joking me.
Not a chance.
No way.
We do this for the love of it. We're in the love of the game. Okay.
Yeah.
So look,
sometimes it doesn't love us back.
It's unrequited sometimes, but that's
you called it as well. You said, "Well, let's bring everything in case everything goes wrong." And
yeah, well, look, you're going to hear. I mean, look, it was
the audio's good. Nothing actually technically went wrong.
No, but like I said, we were there with the fans.
Yeah,
you know what the fans are like.
Yeah.
People don't know how to act after COVID. Will
yeah.
You know,
the flares going.
Yeah, and we also had our first guest, which I think I put on the Instagram there.
Yeah,
Byrnzy, I think.
Byrnzy. Yeah.
Big Spurs fan. Did the pod before. Another disaster.
An early disaster. You probably never even heard of that.
No, that was a lost episode too. So look, well, I think further ado, we should probably just play it. This is the recording of the attempt at an episode we did in Rosscastle. This episode is sponsored by Marshall of Rosscastle.
Yeah, legend.
Absolute legend runs there. Seriously, if you have 16 of your best friends,
yeah, bro,
head off to Rosscastle.
It's soundproof, and she doesn't care what you do.
Anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, without further ado, this is the Rosscastle episode.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. No, Hey, man, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. What's going on there?
What do you mean, man?
It's you're mumbling.
No, there's just so much pain and suffering in the world. I don't know if I can podcast today. I don't know if I can talk about soccer.
This feels like I think I might know what's happened here.
What are you talking about?
Were you in the cinema lately?
Yeah, yes, I was. Oh, hang on.
Hey, we've got a guest. Hello. Come on in.
Good evening.
What's up, Bert? You want to join?
Yeah, let's
You want to sit in? Feel free.
Well, it goes, well, what do people think? Look over. They think we're doing a podcast. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
What are you guys talking about?
All right, I was doing an Elvis bit.
We're doing an Elvis bit, yeah.
Oh, nice.
You want to hear?
Do you want me to describe a reel?
Yeah, you gotta come close though.
Okay. So I'm going to describe this thing I seen on Instagram one time. I thought it was a really funny bit.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, hello.
Oh, another guest.
The fans are loving it. There's voices all around they've never heard.
I've come so far.
You're miles away from that mic.
No, you're gone there. No, that's too close.
I don't know.
That's good.
I'm still learning.
That's good there. That's good there. That's good there.
Did you ever see the bit where people are like, they set up a camera and it's like surprising my friend by showing them my singing for the first time?
Yeah.
So it's like that, and they set it up real nice, and they're taking it real serious, and they take a deep breath, and like the friends just doing stuff in the background, and they go, "It's one for them."
There's the intro.
Yeah.
There's the intro right there.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. Nonsense. Talking nonsense. Why should we accept somebody talking nonsense? Like, what would you say? Just why are you talking nonsense about us? Why are you talking rubbish?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a No Nonsense podcast with Cathal and Will. And a very special episode. We have two guests here. We have Jack. Say hello, Jack.
Hey guys,
Oh, no.
He's not
I
good.
haven't spoken much this morning.
And we have Byrnzy.
Hello.
Byrnzy was on an episode before, the last episode.
The last episode.
the last episode.
He got a bit too racist. We had to can that episode.
I was the one calming down the racism, and they didn't like it, so I got cancelled.
immediately.
We should explain what's going on.
Should we?
Why we sound like we're outside.
We are outside.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Explained.
The podcast is coming from the inside of a well.
Well, there's a well right here.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, what were we going to say? Well, yeah, that was Jack's beautiful voice there on the intro. Talking about Elvis.
Yeah.
I watched it. That was recent, actually.
What do you think of
Oh,
it?
savage, man. Very long. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I think
Was it
was.
good?
Savage, yeah.
Yeah, I want
Kind
to
of mad. I also watched Top Gun.
What was that like?
Top Gun has been added to my movies list
The
of
best
movies.
movies you've ever seen.
No, movies that rule.
Oh,
along
that's
with
a big list.
along with Point Break and Total Recall.
We've talked a lot about Point Break, I think. Before.
Yeah. No, it's like the first movie, the first Top Gun.
Yeah.
It's a bit like sappy. It's a bit like
It's very 80s.
it's more love story. This one was like just pure action.
Jets.
Hardly any women.
This one, like,
It's just bros.
Just bros flying
bros
jets.
and planes and danger.
Yeah.
There was so much danger.
I don't want to like spoil it for anybody, but it's really corny, like unapologetically corny.
No, but it's the perfect balance of corny and genuine, I think. That it works. Like, they got
Yeah.
the balance right, and you can see the love that's been put into it. Like, it really comes across.
Because especially like in the remakes, they kind of like I remember the Indiana Jones one, like Shia LaBeouf, like picks up a hat at last, and then they take it away, like
Yeah.
almost like, oh, it's like, no, we're not that corny. Top Gun's like, no, we are 100%. Like the way it ends exactly how it should end as an 80s like action film.
Have you seen the last Jurassic World film that was out recently?
No, didn't catch
That
it.
is the worst movie I've ever
I saw
seen.
the ad for it, and I saw he was doing the like calming down the Raptors thing again. I thought I never want to see that again.
That's all that happens. He does that 15 times.
Yeah, that was not the last one I saw. There was a lot of that. There was the bit where he's on the motorbike and the Raptors.
Go on.
Yeah, he's like running alongside a Raptor in the last one I saw. They're. It feels like in that they were minutes away from deciding whether he should high five the Raptor or not, and they went against it. That's what it was.
Oh, no. In the new one, there is, I'd say, genuinely 7 scenes, and they're all 15 minutes long. That's how I felt watching that movie. It was bad. Oh.
I didn't know there was 3 original Jurassic Parks.
Yeah, I knew there was 2 in it. Well, third is the one with Newman in it, isn't it?
I think Newman's in one, alright, yeah. But I like growing up, I think there's one.
Yeah.
It's just one Jurassic Park franchise. I
Bad
suppose.
Jurassic
It brought
There's
dinosaurs back
books.
to life.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 films though.
Well, there's 6 now somehow.
Now there's 6. They
they
did
brought
3
them
more.
back to
6
life
is
again.
too many.
Yeah. No, I mean it's.
Why would you bring them back to life twice? That's There's so many lessons to be learned
lessons unlearned in the
for immediately forgotten.
in the new Jurassic Park? But I suppose this is a football podcast.
Yeah,
Will.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
fans here tuning in. Listen, what about
They're saying,
Richardson?
shut up about Jurassic World. I'm just sick of saying it every week.
What about Richardson? What about Arsenal? They're back. What about Jesus? You know, I guess we should cover all that. But first, Will,
Yep.
speaking of films, speaking of great works of art, the Pogmentary.
Oh my god.
Did you watch it? I
Oh,
watched
Yeah,
it.
we watched
man.
it.
How
We
bad?
watched it. One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Who's it for?
Who is it for? Because
It's
Alright.
for Pogba, I think.
do you want to go through like a breakdown of start to finish? Because we only watched the first episode.
I was
There's
watching-
5 episodes, by the way, Byrnzy.
5. I thought it was one thing.
So did I. I thought it was one 20-minute thing and it was over. I was like, that wasn't so bad. but-
It makes no sense. Like, why is he doing this? Like,
Yeah,
why-
exactly.
It's just everything you kind of think about Pogba
Yeah.
is like, oh well, you know, the media kind of spins these things, and it's at Man United and it's Man United. And it was his own production. It's like that's exactly what I thought he was
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Like completely up his own hole.
So he was the one who decided to produce it.
Well, it's definitely his team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pogba was involved. I don't know if he produced it or whatever, but like, not like he said.
I'd say he was heavily.
It felt like it was an
"We're
ad
gonna
for.
do this.
Yeah, like he was interviewed in it, and it wasn't like taken on context. It was long. That's the worst thing. It was boring.
Very.
It was boring
Nothing
as
happens
well.
in it. So, what was your favorite scene? Mine was when he decided that he wanted to get back to what's important to him, and they show a 5-minute montage of him going around giving food to homeless people.
That was insane.
in his
Oh my
own
God.
documentary.
That's
Honest to God, Byrnzy.
That
Well-
thing that's been like shamed years ago, but like if you're going to do that, don't
Bring in a
record it.
camera crew.
But like, sorry, like he has what, so many millions in the bank. If he really wanted to do something nice and not be up
But
his
no,
own hole,
Yeah.
build a building and like put them all in it or something. Don't just give him
Put
food
them
in the
all
street.
in
You're
it.
Pogba. You could give them fucking
Round
anything.
them all up.
It's bad.
Put them in a
Put them in some
farm.
form of place.
No, I mean, like I say, it's one of those things that people used to do, record themselves giving food to homeless people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah, for attention.
And you're the worst
like,
person ever.
Yeah.
This is 2022 and he's doing that with a professional camera crew. You give them McDonald's.
They
Like,
have a sound team and
The homeless man's just like, I don't want this.
man, it's so bizarre.
and so many clips of him and his family. Like, it's so boring. It's like, I
What
don't
about-
care if he's a family man or I help the homeless. Like, is he trying to, like,
He is. That's something I did learn from the documentary. He is an incredibly boring man.
yeah.
Like maybe that's just the image he wanted, but it is like, oh, I want a family, so I had 2 kids, and I like having a wife who I come home to, and she makes me happy after football. It's like, obviously, that's of course.
No, it was
That's
very.
the standard.
It's
life.
so dull, man.
That was most of episode 1, anyways.
Except for the one bit that I thought was mad. Something that I'd say if Roy Keane saw it, his head would explode. Where he's talking about his last game in Old Trafford potentially.
Oh
His
yeah,
full-
yeah.
And he's like, "Look, I want to win." But then he says, "Or we might lose, and it's whatever."
yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, I wish I'd scored in that game.
Yeah, again, it's like you're fucking playing midfield.
I wish it was something cool. In that
I
game
wish
so
it was
people
about
remember
me.
Yeah, and then obviously it was his last game. He came back, but he was discussing heavily with the late great Mino Raiola.
Yeah, he I like him in it. He was very good.
Yeah.
He compared himself to Jesus at one point.
Yeah, yeah,
Raiola?
Raiola.
yeah. They were talking about the when he walked away from United
The first time.
The first time, and you know, like Alex Ferguson was saying.
He called Raiola a shitbag.
If Pog wants to play for Man United, be a professional footballer at 18, you know, he has to earn it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Which he does.
These wage demands are crazy. Like, you know, if he wants to actually become a professional footballer at this successful club, then that's what you're going to get. But
Yeah.
but I think Raiola said that his chihuahua wouldn't walk across the
He
grass.
said
for that
my
money.
chihuahua wouldn't walk across the grass for money like
I was
this.
like, maybe the world should know that, but whoops.
I did feel watching it that poor Pogba has kind of been dragged along by like Raiola and his lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's a bad deal. You shouldn't do that.
I know you skip forward today, and like they're talking that United have offered us nothing, which
Yeah.
means they haven't offered them an increase.
Yeah,
so it's
they've
still,
offered him 300 grand, and he said it's nothing.
still 300 grand,
Yeah.
Wait, so United went to re-sign him?
Yeah, they offered him 300 grand a week,
which isn't an increase.
Yeah.
and he said in the documentary, which is like such a carefully crafted PR piece where he's like giving food to homeless people, and then in the next episode he's like 300 grand, fuck you.
No more than that. That's nothing more, you know. So it's like kind of like not nothing, but nothing more.
Yeah.
But, and also they were never. He was never taken down. He's on this for like last 5 years.
Is that why
His
they
contract.
offered Luke Shaw the 5-year contract? They just had that money lying around after him. We're like,
That's the
okay,
thing.
well, let's go somewhere.
That's the thing. They're like I know Pogba is shite at United, but it's a lot easier to just keep him than replace him. So I'm sure they
Yeah,
were like
yeah.
300 grand a week, it'll be fine. We still have a player, another body. But yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't see it that way.
No, it was like say I don't know. I'll be watching any more episodes of that.
No, you're not going to finish the next 4, the
Well,
next 80 minutes of it.
The way they ended was like, and on to the Euros. Like, oh, they got knocked out in the last 16.
Here's something I wrote down. How many times did Pogba mention in episode 1 of the Pogmentary how many times he won the World Cup?
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. He mentioned 3 times.
Wrong. 5.
No way, did he?
5 in 25 minutes.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, World Cup winner.
World Cup winner. When I won the World Cup winner Pogba when I won the World Cup.
Yeah, when I won the World Cup with France.
Also, his lawyer at one stage says he wants to win, not trophies. I think he said he wants to win premiums or something like that. And I was like, what does that mean?
It's probably lost in translation. I'd
Yeah,
imagine.
it must be.
But you know, like it was. Yeah, no, I would not recommend. Don't waste fucking 25 minutes of your life watching that.
No, God, no. One of the worst
Piece of
things
shit.
I've ever watched.
And again, there's nothing new learned. There's
No.
nothing revealed. It's just.
I
And
love-
it doesn't work. Pogmentary doesn't work.
Yeah.
Pogmentary, but Pogmentary doesn't fucking fit.
That's
when
the
I
biggest
saw
issue.
the title, I fucking nearly had a fucking stroke.
It's weird as well because the first 2 minutes there's loads of savage animation and stuff. It's like this might actually be alright. This might be like good for my eyes to look at. But then that just stops dead and it's like back
Him
to.
lying his fucking couch.
Oh my god!
Oh, boring out, man.
Boring.
Absolutely boring.
What did you make of him also? Where he's like, after I lose a game, don't talk to me like I'm in such a bad mood.
Don't
Then
start,
literally an hour later,
doesn't
he's
surprise
like, I
me.
feel good now. I'm over that.
Yeah, he gets over things very quickly.
Again, Roy Keane would never be over anything. He's probably still thinking about games lost.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I suppose on to transfer news now, I suppose.
Yeah.
What you're the Man United expert, Will. What Man United signings have been made or not been made?
So they signed
Frankie de Jong?
Frank de Jong. Still no.
Oh.
I don't know what story that is. They signed Malacia, a teenage left back,
Nice.
and they gazumped Leon for him. apparently the new method for United signing players, which makes sense, is wait for another club to make an offer, do all the negotiating. So the club has already said, like, he's worth about this much, and then United go, we'll pay 2 million more than that. Rather than United going first, and they'll say, give us 100 million, you're Man United.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it seems to work, because they've got one player and they're on track to get a second.
Yeah. No, but are they big moves, Will? We're just going to take them next level.
It just feels like
Arsenal.
It just feels like it's Ten Hag bringing in people who he can trust,
Yeah.
rather than the players there who he knows for a fact he cannot trust.
Give him time.
Yeah.
Give him time. I suppose the big one was probably Jesus. It's been like flagged a long time. I was like, never happening. The whole year I was like, why would they do that?
Yeah.
It just shows how far Arsenal have fallen. That's like, yeah,
Yeah. He plays for City, he must be good.
give him our other striker.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it. It's only Arsenal. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
So it's good, but then also kind of depressing. Everything about that way. I don't know. Who else did Arsenal sign?
They're trying to sign Martinez, and who else are they in for? Everyone they've been in for has been stung from them so far.
And then for Jed Spence as well.
Jed Spence, who Spurs are in for as well.
Yeah, like Tottenham are probably getting him, but
Arsenal are trying.
yeah, Arsenal are trying.
Rafinha, they were in for him. He got stung by Chelsea and then stung
Oh,
by
the
Manchester.
seems
double
to
gazump.
be-
Double gazumping,
No,
yeah.
but that could be gazumped again.
By who?
It's not done.
A triple gazump?
Yeah.
It's never been done.
I think Tottenham are even trying to go in for him now.
That's mad. Well, I suppose if everyone knows the price and everyone's accepting it, so why wouldn't you go for
If Tottenham goes up, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Barcelona,
quadruple
I'd
gazumping?
back them to win the league. So
Yeah, there's no way you're losing
That'll
after
never
a quadruple
happen.
gazump.
I think Tottenham are winning the transfer window.
Yeah, they bought a lot of players.
Yeah.
They got that big cash boost and they're spending it,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
is mad.
And they're trying to get rid of people as well.
Who did they sign?
They have signed Richarlison,
Spoofer.
Basuma.
Bluffer.
Yeah, that's
Might beep that. No, I think that got thrown out of court last week. I think we have to beep that.
Oh, allegedly.
Yeah.
Accused. Can we all agree?
They have
Hang on,
Fraser
hang
Monster
on.
as well.
Hang on, can we all agree? Accused.
I guess
That's a fact, Will.
that is a
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
So Bazuma, Richarlison.
Fraser Forster
Oh,
as a
savage.
backup keeper and
For that drunk Lloris. Accused
Didn't they
drunk
have a-
Lloris.
Didn't they have a backup keeper last year they signed?
Oh, Gelini.
What happened to him? Did he just get sold on?
Yeah, he just didn't play well. He looked like he never slept a day in his life though as well.
That's not what you want from your
He
keeper.
thought- yeah, like he'd be there in a match just with like bags under his eyes. It's like, ooh, you're not doing so good. To Tottenham.
No, anywhere. This is shocking. Shocking audio to hear.
Yeah, this is going to be heavily edited.
There's so many things going on all around. Shush.
Welcome to the podcast, Omen Corner, buddy.
You're gonna cut it, you said.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Yeah, Richardson. So what do you think, Byrnzy? Like, all jokes aside, is this year Tottenham make a push for title? Is that outrageous to say even?
Yes, it's outrageous. I think.
Even with Harry Kane, the undoubtedly best striker in the league, Son, Golden Boot, co-winner. You know, you have a decent defence now as well. You strengthen midfield. You got sub goalies and everything. I mean, you know, what is the point if
You're
you can't
convincing
even?
him. I can see his eyes changing.
Well, no, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, if
It's just it's hard to hope.
and they're top four
for
now as well,
Tottenham.
Champions League. Conte's a good
Consistency
manager.
is the key.
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
always is. I mean, even this year, like Chelsea had like what 2 bad months there in October and
Killed them.
November. Never really got back to
Yeah.
challenging for us.
But against when City are going to win and Liverpool are going to win 35 games of their season,
Yeah.
that's what you have to win as well. You have to win 36
Yeah,
to win
it's
the
fucking
league.
impossible.
Yeah, like it's,
Yeah.
You have to be perfect. Like, fuck.
But is it the best chance I've had in years?
Yeah, since like the Poch days of the Champions League final and finishing second, it's
The Leicester year.
definitely like
Yeah.
Conte has done an awful lot for that team. Like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
I think Tottenham had the best defense in the second half of the season or something
That's big.
like that. Like not too far off it.
I would love to see Gary Neville persisting saying, I just don't think he's a good manager for United, okay? I know he won't leave Tottenham, okay? I just don't think he would fit us. Like, what does that even mean? People,
Conte wins quadruple.
yeah, but at Tottenham, not United. I wouldn't do it now, not in our club, not the way we play.
We don't have the system.
like, yeah, it's it's a strange one, but I think
I mean, the players though, like Perisic as well. That's great backup.
Yeah.
Perisic,
Perisic, that's a great sign too. But like that kind of experience, a culture guy,
a lad familiar working under Conte as well.
Yeah.
Won a title under Conte.
I think he was Inter's like player of the year last year. Apparently,
Yeah, even
Yeah.
at 32.
No, he's savage. He is unbelievable.
He's a very good player.
We were saying this all year, like Liverpool is gonna stop,
It's gonna-
but they've managed to hold on to Salah.
yeah, actually, that's big.
Mane's gone.
It's like, will he improve now? Because
Yeah,
he
will it be
kind
the
of
contract
gave
slump?
up. Yeah.
I don't think he gave up. It was after the African Cup of Nations. He was wrecked. I think because he was going so hard.
And the
It's
loss
a
as
long
well.
time to be wrecked.
He lost as well. I think he can recover. He's like, he was very disappointed losing that to Mane as well. It was, Well, man.
I'm off.
Man, you can't do the podcast.
This is going to destroy continuity.
2 or 3 minutes. I'm back.
It's like when you took a shit in the last one.
Oh yeah, but no,
You just walked up with me and took a
that
shit.
was an emergency. I was sweating for like 5 minutes before, and I could not.
You knew about the podcast was happening. You could take a shit beforehand or been ready. This is just classic Byrnzy, right? We'll wrap up this Tottenham chat. We've got the Tottenham expert here. Right, what's the chances of winning the title this year?
Chances, a percentage, 2.
2%. Fuck
That's
off.
generous.
That's like fucking. Who's coming up? Nottingham Forest
Okay,
chance.
where will they finish? Will they retain top 4?
Yes, without a doubt, I think.
Without a
I think they'll.
2% chance of winning, without a doubt, they'll get top 4.
Yeah, because first is just between Liverpool and City. As far as
2%
I'm
chance of
concerned.
winning though would be just like no chance.
No chance. That's Nottingham Forest's chance.
There's always a chance.
Yeah, well, 2% is. I don't know. There is a chance.
Will we pause this, Will?
Will you just get stuff for me?
Will we pause this then? Will we? We pause this when we go back if
Yeah, sure. Sure, if everyone's going later. Or do you want to go to the shop?
I
Good job,
suppose
anyway.
I probably should, right? Just where everyone's going. But I probably a couple of cars going, is right?
Right, podcast. I'm gonna fuck on and fuck off there.
Right, we'll put them together.
Yeah. Here, do a sign off there. That's what we'll do.
Is that the whole pod?
I don't know.
Awful.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
That was awful. Well, I'm jealous of our fans because they get to be our fans. I wish I could be a fan of us.
It was like they were there with us.
That kind of content.
How confused would you be if you just like you stumbled across this pod during the Euros? You listen now and again, just like when you see it, you go, oh yeah, I kind of like that. How
Yeah.
confused would you be listening to those 20 minutes? You'd be like, who's Byrnzy?
Who was the guy
I barely know Will and Call.
Who was that guy that started and never came back? Who was that meant to be?
Who was shouting from the window halfway through?
Just some of the no-nonsense extended universe, I think.
That was a fun train wreck, though. It wasn't
Yeah.
like it wasn't one of the pods. You're like, that is unusable.
Yeah, I mean, I like how it caught me at the end, which is honestly, I'd say 50% of the pods I'd do that same thing, where I hate the episode. I fucking.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
I don't know who I think we are or who we ever can be, but I do hate most episodes.
Yeah.
There's been many ones where we record and then I know you're editing it and I go, I'm not listening to that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh
listening
yeah,
to that.
I've had a few of those.
There's probably some I would like, but I've just never listened because I do it and it's just a train wreck.
I don't
But
need to hear that again.
like I say, that wasn't it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
No, yeah.
Now maybe the fans might disagree.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll put in the description. You'll see it. We'll put a timestamp if you want to skip past
Yeah,
the Ross
yeah.
Castle part.
The stats will tell their own story.
Yeah, we'll know.
Of when the listenership drops off.
Because that is of being away for 3 weeks, come back,
Yeah.
outdoor episode. That could be the moment where people are like, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Yeah, look, we're getting there, folks. Fantasy football's back open again.
Things are happening.
There's the transfers obviously going through, but the pre-seasons are starting. We saw the
Yep.
Spurs.
Spurs were ran to death today.
Yeah.
It seemed like they had to run half an hour of sprints after a 2-hour training session. And apparently 32-degree weather, and there's clips of like Kane and Son gasping for air and crawling on the floor.
Yeah, he's 29, man. Give him a break. He's gonna die. Yeah, no, I mean, look, I said it in the episode you just heard.
Yeah.
Spurs are outside bet, lads.
Yeah.
Dark horses.
Yeah.
I think they're solidified as dark horses. You got Conte, an absolute maniac. He's still there.
Yeah.
They bought well. I don't know. I mean,
He's kicking lads out now as well. Yeah, did you see that stuff with Raguelon and Winks? Ndombele just didn't bring him on the tour and said, fuck off.
That's what winning teams do all the time. And
That's lots of teams need one of those.
it always seems unfair. It's always like, this is just, you know.
Yeah, I love Ndombele or I love Reguilon,
Yeah,
but there's a reason.
Like, they're a useful player when it comes to the FA Cup fourth round.
You don't need useful.
No one remembers that when you win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's looking... it's not looking good, Brev.
It's not looking
Not for an Arsenal fan like myself.
No.
But again, it's like it's a lot of ifs, a lot of buts. I think it's the Haaland move.
Yeah. Does he settle in? Does he score? He's scored, I think, at least over 20 goals in every league he's played so far. More, probably like over 25.
He played in Norway and then played Leipzig, was it first?
Yeah, was he at Leipzig?
I think Leipzig and then Dortmund.
And he ripped it up at Dortmund.
Ripped them both. And,
and in the Champions League as well.
And the Champions League. So, he's brilliant with Norway as well.
Which is like, that sounds tough.
You know.
I think he scored, didn't he score 8 goals in a game with
Did
Norway?
he?
That might have been under 23s or something, but he definitely did.
Well, look, he's obviously an absolute
machine,
and he's a prodigy coming through. Ever knows this. This is, without getting too Sky Sports, it is the biggest stage, it's the biggest test playing the Premier League for the reigning champions. Everybody expects. I feel it can go like total flop or like roaring success. I don't think he's going to get like 18 goals.
He's going to score
4 or 40.
Yeah, exactly,
that's what I feel he's going to go.
Because if it doesn't work, then Pep's going to be like, all right, this doesn't work. He's not going to be like, give him time, keep playing him. You have other players, you don't need to keep playing.
I mean, who does he remind you of that Pep famously fell out with? Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
Like, that's who he's the closest comparison. Like, big, tall, goal machine.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Pep player to me. No. Like, he can go with Aguero.
Pep doesn't like playing. He hasn't had a striker last season. And they won the
sold
league.
Jesus to Arsenal. I mean, I know we probably see Arsenal as like non-threats, but still, I mean, it's like I say, I feel like it's going to work straight away or it won't work at all.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get 18 goals from him. And like last year, that they got goals from everyone. I mean, they sold Sterling, obviously.
Yeah.
So, and then Liverpool, we've been...
This is the year, it's happening.
Predicting their demise, for a long time.
Salah, new contract, nothing to play for anymore, it's done.
Yeah.
Game over.
And like last year, we thought it was going to be... A lot of people thought Chelsea would win it after winning the Champions League. People thought Liverpool, they won't come back again.
Yeah, no, they finished fourth.
City will be thereabouts. Maybe United if they can, not sign Ronaldo. So, like when you think of what we thought last year was going to happen, and it wasn't really close. I mean, City, obviously, that's not a hard thing to predict.
Yeah.
I'm obviously predicting Spurs could be dark horse. I thought United might be a dark horse last year. Way off again. So
yeah, it's impossible.
It's early to predict, but
you usually know like 10 games in, you're like, oh no, it's. Remember last season where like everyone was all over the place, and then it ended up like Liverpool, City, Chelsea, and like United battling for fourth with Spurs. It's like that's exactly how it goes every year.
Yeah, I mean, I've always feel like by the end of October it kind of takes a shape on it. But then again, Spurs made a very late run for the fourth. It felt like, but when you look back on the stats, I think they were in fourth, only behind Arsenal were the most team in fourth.
Yeah.
Spurs have been there pretty consistent. So I don't know. It's like the early days. France football is only just started back up. Still some mega transfers to come in. I think West Ham had like 30 million bids rejected left, right, and centre the couple of days. Like French defenders in the French league that you never heard of.
Fulham are buying crazy as well.
Yeah. So look, there's a lot to happen yet. But I think the only big story that I came across really well, Frank Ribery, 39 years old, 39 years young.
Yeah.
Still playing. He has something to say.
Yeah.
About what, you ask?
Yeah, what? Something current, I bet.
Yeah, something that he should definitely, won't get over the...
Definitely should care about still.
Something he should definitely care about still. The 2013 Ballon d'Or, of course, I'm talking about. What else do you think about when you think of Frank Ribery? Besides those ads for pink boots to do with Puma. Yeah, he's still pissed off about the 2013 Ballon d'Or loss. That was the year that Bayern did the treble.
Yeah.
And he was one of their very good players. Mm-hmm. I think that's, probably where he fell down, because it was like, well...
There's lots of them.
Who would Frank Ribery be without Aaron Robben?
Yeah.
Or Thomas Muller?
You can't give two Ballon d'Ors.
Or Tony Kroos. Or, the list goes on. Or, Schweinsteiger. There's a few decent... Philip Lahm. Manuel Neuer. A few decent players. Not that Real Madrid team that Ronaldo's on wasn't full of decent players too.
Yeah, but Ronaldo probably scored like 1 million goals.
But I think winning the treble did him a disservice, because it was like, well, it was obviously a good team.
You didn't play every single game of the treble.
Whereas I don't think Real Madrid won anything that year. They would win the Champions League the next year in 2014.
Yeah.
And then I don't think they won the league that year.
No, yeah, I think it was literally just Ronaldo scoring
So it's like
55 goals or something.
It didn't prove that they were a good team. It proved that Ronaldo scored a lot of goals in a team that won nothing. It's like, maybe he's really good.
Yeah.
Anyways, we shouldn't be talking about this. This was 9 years ago. But Frank Ribery admits he remains aggrieved by the decision to award Cristiano Ronaldo
It's aggrieved is good.
the 2013 Ballon d'Or after a controversial voting process. The deadline for the vote in 2013 was originally November 15th.
Who cares?
Frank Ribery and his camp. But it was extended for the first time in the competition's history by 2 weeks due to the lack of eligible voters.
Oh.
There's a link there that I'm not going to click on that will explain that. I only found this 5 minutes ago. So. Ronaldo was playing for Real Madrid at the time, won his second Ballon d'Or, whilst Ribery finished third behind Lionel Messi. Mm-hmm. So he didn't even get the second place. It was like, in his best year ever. That's good.
I thought he was like, if he had finished second, like, all right, maybe being right. He finished third.
I can see why it would sting for a couple of years.
Get over it. You weren't even close.
In the 12 months prior to the Ballon d'Or vote, Ribery played a pivotal role in Bayern Munich's historic treble, winning the Bundesliga, Champions League and DFB Pokal. Mm-hmm. When voting was originally closed, the Frenchman was favoured to win the prestigious award by the bookmakers. Ooh. They really got it wrong, Will.
Yeah.
Here's some quotes. "It was unfair," Ribery told Gazzetta dello Sport. "It was an incredible season for me and I should have won it. They extended the time for votes and something strange happened. I felt that it was a political choice." So yeah, what can you say, Will? I mean,
I love definitely the interview was not about that. They're like, Ribery, like anything, how's things? I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I remain aggrieved.
Do you remain aggrieved with the Ballon d'Or? Yes, I do.
Yes.
Headline sorts itself out.
Ribery angry.
Ribery remains aggrieved.
He's giving us the title. I don't know how many people are Googling that though.
Yeah.
Except Ribery.
Oh yes. Or he's that listener.
New listener, yeah.
Where's he playing these days?
We'll know straight away.
Apparently at the end of the thing, he's like, well, yeah, at the end of this is a really stretched out article. There's a
it's a slow news week, we know that.
There's a subheading, what is Frank Ribery doing now? Despite
gotta get that word count.
Yeah, it's in big bold.
Yeah, you need more word count means more advertisements.
Despite being, we'll just read it on. Despite being 39 years old, Ribery is still playing competitive football in Serie A for
He's in Serie A.
Salernitana.
Salernitana. That's a tough one.
Okay, well, if we get a new listener from
there,
Italy,
we'll know.
We'll know who it is. We'll know who you are.
I'm sure he'll email in.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before.
Shush. We're doing a pod.
Nonsense. Talking nonsense. Why? Why should we accept somebody talking nonsense? Like, what would you say? Just why are you talking nonsense about us? Why are you talking rubbish?